Hey there guys, how's it going, and thanks for checking out this video. Here we're going to be doing a bit of a review slash guide on the new weapon available to season pass holders on Xbox One and Xbox 360 right now, and that is the OHM LMG slash shotgun hybrid. This is one of those 2-in-1 weapons. We had that before with the Maverick from Ghost, which was a sniper rifle and an assault rifle. This one is a light machine gun and a shotgun. But then those of you who have played a lot of Call of Duty, you shouldn't be too surprised that you can do that with these weapons. I know in some of the older CODs you could have assault rifle and shotgun hybrids, and this one is kind of similar, apart from the shotgun is kind of useful. So if you're wondering when this will actually be available on your platform of choice, if you're on the PlayStation and you've got a season pass, this should be available at the end of March. If not, it's just going to be available whenever DLC 2 is available for your platform of choice. So similar to some other weapons in the game such as the AE4 and the EM1, this is a direct energy weapon, meaning it doesn't fire traditional bullets, it fires out energy at the opponent. Now this is kind of strange to me because although it is labelled as a direct energy weapon, it doesn't have the normal characteristics that the other direct energy weapons do. For instance, with this one you can run out of ammunition, it only has 40 bullets in a magazine, although I'm not sure bullets would be the right term for a energy weapon, maybe it's pulses of energy or something like that. And also this one penetrates through surfaces. It doesn't have great wall penetration, but being an LMG, maybe they thought that it would make sense to make the energy actually penetrate through some of the surfaces in the game. So I don't really know why this one is labelled as a direct energy weapon. They could have just as easily said it's not, and then not had the kind of pretty pink and blue lasers firing out of it. I think they just like the idea of having an energy weapon because it looks really cool when you shoot it, but otherwise it pretty much behaves like your standard LMG would in any Call of Duty. So what are the characteristics of this weapon? I'll go over the main ones and the most important ones first. First of all, in LMG mode, this is a 3-hit kill over any range, which is very advantageous. It doesn't have a ridiculously high fire rate. It's around 600 RPM, which is kind of comparable to the melee and the Pytake, but having 3-shot kill over any range is a very strong characteristic. So it's very good in terms of damage, and definitely one of the top tier weapons when it comes to damage. Also, being an LMG, it has a decent magazine. It actually only has 40, which is kind of decent, but not really good for an LMG. 40 shots before you need to reload it. 60 with extended mags, which actually is well worth putting on this weapon, seeing as it's really good for holding down choke points and so on. Now, Advanced Warfare is a very high speed game, and a lot of the time you're going to want to be boosting around and getting to points quickly. Being an LMG, you are slightly slow with this weapon, although with the recent patch they made it so in general you are always 5% faster with LMGs than you have been before, but you will notice that you are a bit slower than normal. But if you stick on lightweight, it will basically feel like you've got an assault rifle. It kind of has a similar feel to the AUG from Modern Warfare 2. I know that seems a really weird comparison, but if you think about it, the AUG was a kind of LMG in previous Call of Duties, but in Modern Warfare 2 it was a little bit faster paced and a little bit more like an assault rifle, and indeed it was even still in the LMG categories, but it behaved like the assault rifle. So if you want a frame of reference, I would say this feels very similar to the AUG from Modern Warfare 2. If you enjoyed that weapon, then I would definitely get excited about this one. This might be one of your favourite weapons in the game. So there are some very general statistics for that weapon. There's really nothing other that really stands out that you need to know about it. But let's talk about the shotgun mode, because a lot of people are interested to know, is the shotgun worth using on this? Is it going to be overpowered? Now the shotgun on this is quite useful, but I definitely wouldn't make it the best shotgun in the game. Personally, I still think the TAC-19 is probably my favourite shotgun in the game. It's very similar to how the S12 behaves, apart from it has one major plus point, and that is that you get 40 shots before you need to reload. Imagine having the S12 but you had 40 shots in the weapon before you need to reload. That is basically what you get here. It looks really cool because it's direct energy as well, and it's kind of all these bright blue and yellow flaring lasers all over the place when you shoot it, but very generally it's basically like having an LMG and an S12 all in one, which isn't too bad, but nothing ridiculously overpowered. One main other talking point that a lot of people have mentioned is it does become a bit more powerful once you put rapid fire on there. If you put put rapid fire on this weapon, it makes the recoil kind of tricky, and in my opinion, I don't like to do that. If you're going to use an LMG, you really want to make the most of the slightly longer sight lines. Without rapid fire, this gun doesn't have hardly any recoil, and it's very manageable and very easy to get kills over range. You put rapid fire on it, and yeah, okay, you will kill people a bit quicker at close range, but over range, you're going to find it very difficult to kill people. And if your kind of objective in Advanced Warfare is to kill people quickly at close range, why not just go for one of the assault rifles or a submachine gun? I mean, why not use the ASM-1 if that's going to be your game style? With this one, I would recommend just sitting back a little bit more, being a bit more defensive, holding choke points, and don't put rapid fire on it. I find that you'll probably waste more ammo. But if you can handle the recoil, I guess it's okay, but me personally, I prefer it without. Now, you've seen a lot of these clips, I've been using the hybrid sight. I actually really like the hybrid sight. If you use the less zoomed in version, I think it's a very clear sight and very nice. The iron sights on this weapon are quite good, so if you're feeling absolutely fine using them, I really wouldn't say it's particularly worth using one of the optics, but I just like this one, so it's one I'm going to recommend. I also recommend going for laser sight on this. I find in Advanced Warfare, I'm tending to put laser sight on a lot of weapons, especially because there's so much boosting around. You tend to find that you win a lot more gunfights if you can hip fire people at close range. If you run into someone at close range, you tend to find if you're both jumping in the air, it's very useful to have quite decent hip fire accuracy. But like I said again, this weapon is quite strong regardless. You don't particularly need any of these attachments on it, but my favorite to run are laser sight and the hybrid sight. I think that makes a really nice combination. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed checking out this weapon. Overall, I would say this is definitely one of the top tier weapons now. I wouldn't put it in the overpowered category. I would still say the BAL 27 and the ASM-1 are generally going to be better choices, but it's definitely worth using, and you're not going to be at a disadvantage trying this out. Some of the other weapons can be a bit quirky when compared to the top tier ones. This is definitely one that's going to compete. I don't think you're going to see any particularly pro players using this. I mean, I don't think they even can use the DLC weapons in tournaments, but it's not so powerful that I would put it in that top tier, but definitely the best light machine gun, although the Melee is a bit of a beast undeniably. So thanks for checking out this video again, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoy these videos, and I'll see you next time.